However much our opponents and those in the establishment that don't want Ukip to succeed, however much they try to characterise us and portray us as being a narrow, small-minded, nasty group of people, anybody that was at our spring conference in Margate and anybody that is watching on today can only conclude that Ukip is probably the most open, inclusive and eclectic party in British politics. Going back to the beginning of Ukip, immigration was an issue we didn't even talk about. When I was elected in 1999 to the European Parliament, we didn't even discuss the issue. Why? Because we'd come out of 50 years of a managed, balanced approach to immigration in this country, where during that 50-year period, between about 20 and some years up to 50,000 people net had come into the United Kingdom. It was manageable in terms of numbers, and it was actually a very great success in terms of integration. And we could proudly say, those few years back, that of all the countries in Europe, Britain had dealt with immigration better than any of our neighbours. Since that time, some big mistakes have been made. Big mistakes for the Labour government, and big mistakes as a result of our membership of the European Union, where we opened up the door unconditionally to 10 former communist countries. I don't blame any young people that want to leave those countries and come to Britain to better their lives. My concern is the impact that it's had on British workers and British families here, and I think the change that it's led to within our communities. So it's perhaps no wonder that now 77% of the British public want us to take back border controls, and that actually it is only Ukip that is prepared honestly to deal with this situation and to offer a positive solution. The others would rather not discuss it at all. The fact is we cannot have a managed immigration policy and continue to be members of the European Union where we have an open door to up to 500 million people. What we want to do is to change our relationship with the European Union, take back control of our borders and put in place a positive immigration policy, one that the people of Britain would overwhelmingly support, and by that I mean we want an Australian-style point system to decide who comes to live, work and settle in this country. We want sensible, controlled numbers of people to come to this country, but people that have got skills and trades that will benefit this nation. People who have not got a criminal record, people who have not got a life-threatening illness, and people who, when they come, bring with them medical insurance and do not qualify for state benefits until they've been in the country for 5 years and contributed to the system. In fact, I would call this a common-sense immigration policy that would greatly benefit the people of this nation, and that is what we're going to campaign on. We don't want mass immigration to continue on its current rate, and we certainly don't need vast amounts of unskilled labour coming into this country. We're really arguing for a policy that is fairer and a policy that is actually more ethical, because what we're currently doing is we are discriminating against skilled people that come from countries like India or New Zealand. We're discriminating against the Commonwealth and the rest of the world in favour of a continuing open door to Southern and Eastern Europe. My family were migrants. In fact, I think in modern parlance they would be refugees. They were Protestants from France. And in fact, they represented at the time what was one of the biggest migrations ever into this country. 50,000 of them came, but they came over the course of 100 years. Last year, over 600,000 people settled in this country. We as a party hold no prejudice against anyone on the grounds of their nationality, their religion or their race. But we are calling for a return to sanity. Britain needs to take back control of her borders, control of her immigration policy, and let us turn what has become a negative in our society into a positive. Only Ukip will argue for that in this general election. Thank you.